rocpodcasts.com.
You're back? Wow, I'm shocked. I'm Vinnie Paulino. Welcome to the Shoot to Thrill podcast. Thank you. We're not upset that you're back. We're very happy you're back. Just surprised. Either way, we got a great show for you, so make sure you stick around because it's going to be really funny. It's our first edition of Cox News. So enjoy. Pop open a hometown brew and get comfortable because it's going to be a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, when news happens and you want to kind of know about it but not want anything too accurate, you go to the best source there is in news, the only name in news that counts, Cox News. Marcus Cox, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the Cox News. So, tax season just finished. If you're feeling a little pent up, have you ever wanted to just break stuff, but not wanted to break your own stuff or wind up on the creep off?
Kind of.
Now you can pay to do it.
What do you mean?
There's a business called DOS Break Room in Boise, Idaho, where you pay by hour and ostensibly by item you would like to break, and they provide you with like a baseball bat and a sledgehammer, and you just go into a padded room and break stuff for an hour. It's like therapy.
Huh. But like you got to pay for everything you break.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they use garbage, but yeah, like you can I guess you could probably break
Here's an
your
old
own.
milk carton you can break if you want. I had some banana peels and some coffee grounds.
I was hoping there'd be a hymen or two, but okay.
I'm really angry at hymens. Hulk smash. That's a very strange idea for a business. I guess there could be something to it. I mean, they're making waves across the country. I mean, we're talking about them.
Waves.
I mean, it's huge.
It's a tsunami.
But there's been similar venues in Texas and San Diego, and I guess they've been not super successful because they failed. But I think it's kind of a cool.
So you got to the third one, like the third one that's existed?
Yeah, Das Break Room. I think it's cool it has a German name, too. They have the 99 red balloon special.
You just pop it.
Speaking of pent-up anger, Andre Johnson, a.k.a. Christ Bearer, member of the Wu-Tang affiliated group North Star, he's in the news for allegedly cutting off his member and jumping from a second-floor balcony.
Now, this is Andre Johnson from the Houston Texans, correct?
Different one.
Oh, okay. So he cut off his own schmeckle.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he jumped off a building?
Yes. So he was trying to kill himself. They're not really sure if drugs were at play.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
Cutting my penis off has never been a sober thought, but yeah, we don't know.
See, if it's me and I'm like, if I get to the point where I'm so messed up and I chop off my penis, I'm probably jumping off a building just to make sure I finish the job.
Should probably go a little higher than the second floor. Just to...
Me? No. Gravity will take care of me. I'll splat like a watermelon. I don't need that much space. I'm ready to pop.
His group just released a new single called "Ooh!" exclamation point. So maybe it was just a promotional stunt gone awry. Chop it off. Ooh!
That's a thought. That's a thought. But I gotta tell you, man, like that's a special kind of drug you're on. It's probably really cheap.
Yeah.
That you got to be on to get cut. I mean, why do people cut off their penises? What are the psychological reasons for that?
Well, I would think you'd want to mail it to an ex-girlfriend. But
There's
no,
one.
I don't know why.
Like, I mean, you're gonna lose a lot of street credibility. You do this. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I would think so.
It was an artist, like Van Gogh cutting off his ear.
Right.
Take it to the next level.
Yeah.
If this guy really wants to have like a major comeback, you like put the severed penis on the next album cover. Is all I'm saying.
So U.S. Airways is in the news. No segue here. U.S. Airways has come under fire for tweeting a very NSFW picture. A lot of letters in that.
An NSFW?
Not suitable for work.
Understood.
Yep. And so a woman tweeted U.S. Airways a picture of herself using a model of one of their airplanes as a marital aid.
This picture that we're about to pull up?
They then retweeted said image, and it stayed up for about an hour. Got
Oh, no.
500 retweets.
Oh, what? Oh, at least that plane had a soft something to land on.
I think they found the missing Malaysia Airlines flight.
That's so awful. Like, that's not even a good-looking lady, I don't think.
Oh, no, not really.
I think those blurs are actually helping the picture a little bit.
But that's one of those, have you ever been so frustrated with an airline's customer service? Like, like what length would you go to, Ben?
Not this length. Not this length at all.
What, you saying like 7 inches? 6? What length would you go?
I mean, she's got it in there all the way up to, like, row J or K, I think.
This is an emergency exit.
Yeah, she's all the way to the emergency exit row.
You're gonna need to have to help the other passengers.
That the only thing that would make this picture better if there was like one of those like raft those things hanging off the side of it for the people trying to escape.
Oh, this like the little slide.
Yeah,
thing
the
for...
inflatable slide yellow one hanging off the side of it. Oh,
So who's following U.S. Airways Twitter account? Did they have followers out there?
Apparently at least 500. So they...
And if you are, you're definitely retweeting that.
But it's one of those things. A lot of companies have like an auto retweet on their customer service Twitter accounts. So
Maybe not so much anymore.
Yeah, they're learning that that's not a good idea. I love their response was thanks was their immediate retweet response.
Wow.
what else could you say?
Wow.
Fancy newsman Marcus Cox here. This episode of the Shoot to Thrill podcast was brought to you by Hometown Brew, Rochester's fanciest liquor. Each bottle of Hometown Brew is hand-cut and distilled right here in Rochester, New York, with ingredients so fresh, most of them came from the public market. To learn more about Hometown Brew, visit their website at hometownbrewdistillery.com or pick up a bottle at one of these local retailers. Hometown Brew, taste a Rochester original. Remember, always drink responsibly and never ever drink and drive. Speaking of fur, New Zealand is, there's a controversial billboard in New Zealand.
Does it involve nudity?
No, it involves a lot of
Cigarettes?
Fur. Nope.
Liquor?
Nope.
What's the controversy, Marcus?
Well, how about over 100 rabbit skins being put on a billboard?
Okay.
A company called Hell's Pizza is doing a rabbit-topped pizza for Easter as a special promotion. And
what?
yeah, I guess rabbits are a huge nuisance in
With
New
just
Zealand.
a big fried egg in the middle of the pizza. It'd be perfect.
But yeah, rabbits are...
Easter special.
Hell's Pizza too.
Yeah, it's called Hell's Pizza. And so they bought a billboard, went to a local furrier, and got 100 rabbit pelts, tacked it up on the billboard, and said, and used it as a promotion for their new Easter rabbit-topped pizza.
So what you're saying is they covered a billboard in rabbit fur.
Yeah, and PETA's really not very happy.
Really?
Surprise, surprise.
They tend to get upset about things. You know, though, I call chicanery here because I don't believe that they went to a fur person. I mean, where'd they get the rabbit meat from? Please. They
Right,
just
yeah,
had them.
exactly.
What are we going to do with all these these rabbit skins in the back? I got an idea. That's how that went.
But
Who's going to pay for fur to put up on a billboard?
yeah.
They had it in the back.
How do you hunt rabbits? I feel like there wouldn't be a lot of meat left.
We have to be very, very quiet.
That's what I've heard.
Well, Vinny, this one I think you'll find appropriate since your wife's out of town. If you want to go to New Hampshire, adultery is now legal in New Hampshire. It's been decriminalized.
See, I know that it's technically a crime,
It is?
supposedly, but I mean, I'm not saying I cheat on my wife. I would never cheat on my wife, but I'm just saying nobody gets convicted of adultery. Like, I mean, what is this? The Scarlet Letter?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And besides, it was a... I mean, is that really... Oh, did I say too much?
Yeah, Carl.
More than 20 states actually still have laws against adultery, and some, including Michigan and Wisconsin, still consider it a felony offense. So,
A felony?
yeah.
Like, you're not allowed to vote again if you cheat on your wife? I mean, takes a lot of pressure off.
So the politicians can't vote for themselves then.
Yeah, right?
You're in count with two counts of felony strange, I think.
Now, what if your wife's overweight?
Guilty, Your
Is
Honor.
it still a felony or is it just a misdemeanor?
But I wonder if
Basically, the degrees are determined by the weight of the wife.
Yeah, you bring
is
it,
how
you
it
bring in your
works.
wife, you're like, jury, I want to present some evidence here.
A strange in the third degree.
Case dismissed.
Case dismissed. Look at that pig.
just bring her up to
She looks
test.
like Vinnie Paulino.
I'd like to call the defendant's wife to the stand. Would you like to ask her anything? Nope. I rest my case.
Do you know how messed up it would be if my wife and I ended up in front of that judge? He'd be really confused. He'd be like, "All right, well, you're free to go, ma'am." She's like, "No, he cheated on me." He'd just be like, "What?
But yeah,
Death? Kill him."
back in 1791, this law was put on the books. It earned you an hour of public embarrassment in the gallows, as many as 39 lashes, a 1-year prison sentence, and a big fine. So it was serious
And
stuff.
this was
back
in
the day.
Rome?
New York.
We're,
New
we're,
York.
we're talking about the United States. This was the law?
The thing, I didn't really research it because that's. but I,
Because I was
best-
doing the news only on this show.
Best newsman.
but I wonder, does that mean you can't use like Ashley Madison or some of those adultery websites? I wonder if they're considered, could they use that as evidence against you, or are you not allowed to have it with a New Hampshire address?
Show me the jurisdiction that's convicting people and putting them in doing anything with it. Then I'll answer that question.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no, they would never convict anybody. Like, I mean, the judge is probably getting some. I mean, nobody's convicted.
You have to be a weekend warrior. You get sentenced to go pick up trash for picking up trash.
Yeah, right. I want to know what happened in New Hampshire that they decided to take it off the books.
Yeah.
I want to know what led to that situation, because nobody else is going, this is an arcane rule, we're going to take it down. We're going to strike it down. They don't do that. They just it just sits there forever and nobody cares.
Do you think that was the guy's whole platform? If I'm elected, you can cheat on your wife as many times as you want.
I will strike down unfair adultery laws. All right, come to New Hampshire to cheat on
BJ's
your
for
wife.
everyone.
If you cheat on your wife in a New Hampshire or open a small business, the benefits will never be better. Brought to you by the New Hampshire Tourism Bureau.
Live free or die.
New Hampshire, live free or die. That's it.
Well, marijuana's legal in Colorado. Breaking news. And
What about adultery?
the big thing, the Denver Post now has a marijuana columnist. They have an editor who does pot news. That's like his thing. And they've recently given a celebrity a spot on that
Oh.
pot news column.
All right, 3 guesses. Who's the celebrity?
Vinnie Paulino.
Wrong. Not me. It is, my guess, it's a celebrity. Is the celebrity, live in Colorado, Marcus?
No.
No. So, the person is, sending them from California, I take it?
Yeah.
It's Snoop.
Close.
Kobe Bryant.
Nope.
He loves Colorado.
Phil Jackson. It's Phil Jackson.
That would be a much more
President of the
interesting
Knicks. Phil Jackson. Loves his weed.
I'll give you a hint. It was someone who was on Hollywood Squares.
Paul Lind. Oh, I love the weed.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Correct.
Is
Ding,
it
ding,
really?
ding. Yeah.
What?
How when I said
I win.
Snoop, did you say close? You ass.
But yeah, It is
Whoopi Goldberg's the pot columnist.
Yeah, she wrote a piece for The Cannabist called "My Vape Pen and I: A Love Story." So while she's not busy being a nun or coaching men's basketball teams, she
I bet you her vape pen doesn't put on black makeup and embarrass her like Ted Danson does.
it turns
No
out
wonder she's in love with it.
it turns out she has glaucoma, allegedly.
Why is that allegedly?
For this story, and her pen has helped her live comfortably with it. She has named it Sippy because she takes little sippy puffs off of it.
Isn't she on The View?
Yeah.
Is Whoopi Goldberg stoned on The View every day?
You know, medicinal use of marijuana is so boring. Like, why is she writing a column in Colorado, the one place where you don't have to have glaucoma to get high?
Right.
You know, that's kind of a buzzkill right there. Oh, I'm using it because I have to.
Because she doesn't
Well, get
live
out of
in-
the way then. The
because
rest of us
she-
are trying to get high.
Because she doesn't live in Colorado. They had to come up with a reason for her to like, oh, that's so stupid.
That's the worst.
I mean, number one,
I hate when
Could you find
marijuana
me-
helps people. That's the worst. I only want it interfering with lives and being a gateway drug to heroin.
I only want, the terrible things to happen, like the parents, getting stoned and leaving the baby in the tub.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I want out of that.
That's the person who should be writing the column.
Right.
That person's into it.
There's a lifestyle that the potheads need to uphold. And Whoopi Goldberg does not fit that lifestyle with her glaucoma and
Here's sippy pen.
her sippy pen. I don't know. That's weird though. Like I probably would have guessed. Whoopi's probably a pretty cool lady. Like she hung out with some cool people back in the day.
Yeah, she's like, what, 80 now?
She was on Star Trek. Remember she was on Star Trek?
That's
Yeah.
right.
She was like,
She's like a bartender. Wasn't she?
you want, Captain Picard, would you like to try some of my sippy? Try some sippy, Cap.
So, sexually helpful ice cream has been in the news of late.
That's right. There was some Hollywood celebrity had a party, and he had an ice cream craftsman make Viagra ice cream.
An ice cream smith.
An ice cream
It's
smith,
called.
yes. I'm
Well,
a cream smith, sir.
yes, it was Viagra-laced ice cream that was champagne flavored. So, gives you brain freeze and an icicle in your pants.
And lactose farts to go along with it. Be the worst.
But now a Swedish ice cream company, GB Glace, has made a new popsicle. It sort of looks like a rocket pop,
Right?
but it has a creamy sherbet-filled tip that explodes in your mouth once you bite into it.
Ooh.
So they are marketing it as a marital aid ice
No,
cream pop.
Please tweet your pictures to U.S. Airways.
Wait a second. It's a marital aid ice cream
Well,
treat.
yes.
They had to put something at the coolers at the front of those porn shops.
Right.
So there's a new invention out there by Google that would have saved our gynecologist friend from the creep off a little bit of prison time. Google is working on computerized contact lenses that would have a built-in camera, like you would blink and it would take a picture.
Oh, that wouldn't be creepy at all. Just people like one eye winking at you all the time.
You'd walk into a strip club and it
Oh
would look
my
like
God.
everyone had Tourette's. But yeah, they've been selling the Google Glass. That came out, I think this week. Google Glass was released.
Aren't
to
they
the-
like $5,000 or something like that?
Oh, yeah,
1,500.
Yeah.
1,500?
Yeah.
But
Are you gonna get one of those?
I'm
Hanson?
not. I'm getting these contacts, man. I'm going up to Sundowners. We're gonna have some fun. You guys are gonna want to follow my Instagram.
Yeah.
He's gonna go to med school.
I found my calling.
You don't even have to get under the stall to use these. They just said they have a Zoom.
Did you see the face? He comes in, he's just on his back.
See, aren't they like? See, that's the thing about those. They'll never let you get that slick. Like they'll never allow the technology to get to the point.
Who's they?
Yeah.
The
People
government.
who are spying on us right now.
Well, the government, they'll have it. We won't have it. Like commercial products like that, the same reason why the cameras have like the clicking noise, because
Yeah.
they don't want people, doing creepy things like that. So my guess is you're gonna have to. It's gonna be voice activated, and you're gonna look like an idiot
Oh,
when you're sitting next to the thing going,
take picture of vagina or something.
zoom. Like, it's gonna be very obvious.
Upskirt.
Well, they've said it could help the common good. They're saying for like blind people, if they're like approaching an intersection, you could sync it with your phone so it would like beep at blind people as they were approaching intersections, or if like it recognized something dangerous.
Also, Google's as
So what are we
technologically
gonna do with-
advanced as dogs.
Yes.
Impressive.
So I was gonna say, yeah. What are we gonna do with these dogs now? Put them down? What are we gonna do if Google's solving that problem?
Yeah.
But
How about we make some contacts to let people see?
Self-driving cars and now self-walking blind people. What?
The luxuries and conveniences that we invent for ourselves are pretty incredible, considering how many like serious problems we have.
Yeah, well, there's that guy running over women in Florida that you're very upset about.
I'm just
Why
listen,
isn't
man.
Google tackling that?
Listen, I'm just saying. If I'm talking out loud, what I'm concerned about, I'm going. Listen, let's fix this diabetes before I get it.
Well, funny you should say that. They came out with a contact lens that is a glucose monitoring contact lens
Now we're
for
talking.
diabetes patients, but you can't take pictures of boobies with it, which is why we weren't going to be talking about it.
Just to be clear, I don't have diabetes.
Yeah.
But right.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's a ticking time bomb.
That's his new nickname, Time Bomb Vinnie.
Old time bomb Paulino.
But, and our final story, proof once and for all that I'm smarter than all of you. It turns out your brain starts slowing down at age 24. A new study from Simon Fraser University in Canberra tested reaction times of more than 3,000 volunteers aged 16 to 44, having them play StarCraft 2, a fast-paced video game that tests players' real-time strategy abilities. Reaction time and multitasking were the big things they were testing, and they found that the peak reaction time was the age of your fancy newsman, 24. But
What do you want, a cookie?
oh, I just wanted to gloat.
About what?
His StarCraft 2 abilities. He's
Yes.
really good at StarCraft 2.
It's
Yeah.
all downhill from here. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Marcus. You're the star of Ender's Game. I don't know what you want me to tell you. What do you, I mean, what does this matter,
Logan's Run makes much more sense now.
right? But Marcus, at some point, Handsome Be Wonderful, Kevin's brain, my brain, sped up. What's going on with you, kid? You can't even read a name.
Yeah, I did pretty good this week. I picked some easy ones.
Yeah, well, better. The people are here. The people are watching you for once.
Yeah,
Do you feel weird sitting over there with that camera on you?
a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You don't know where to look, do you?
Nope.
He wants the sunglasses back on.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to look creepily into the camera.
I think you should. I think you should just really go hardcore, like, right into it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be back in just a little bit. Thank you.
I'm here with Brian. He's about to tell me his
It's Ryan.
Brian.
Ryan. That's
Ryan.
a joke.
Ryan. Okay, I'm here with Ryan. He's about to tell me his favorite joke.
From Bob Jobs. What do you call a guy with no arms, no legs?
A cripple.
No, I'm not done with the joke, dude. What do you call a guy with no arms, no legs in the ocean?
I don't know.
Bob. What do you call a guy with no arms, no legs in a leaf pile?
I don't know.
Russell.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Make sure you go see the Isotopes this May 2nd at the Loving Cup Bistro. It's going to be a good show. You guys are playing with the Bleachers. Is that right? Handsome Be Wonderful?
That is correct. We are opening up the show at 9 o'clock, and then the Bleachers featuring Liam Enright will be performing after us.
I hear he cures cancer.
Yes, he is a god
Whoa.
among men.
He really is quite
That's
amazing.
That's impressive.
He's pretty good, that kid. But let me ask you this question. Usually when the Isotopes do shows, you guys have some type of theme of what you're doing. You guys have a theme for this one?
Yeah, so Vinnie actually hosted our last show, which was a karaoke show. We did all cover songs with different singers coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was excellent, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
That was a hell of a
It was
show.
a fun show. It was good.
Marcus, what's
Nothing
Cox
but
comment?
the most professional, where Carl's giving a response. So clearly the camera that is on Kevin and Carl is the one that it's focused on. Kevin decides to subtly try and change his microphone while no one's looking.
caught me?
Make sure this stays in, Vasya. Make sure this stays in. But I'll tell you, that was a great show. What do you
Yeah.
guys got planned for this upcoming one?
So what we discovered by playing that show is that people really like to hear us play other people's music a lot. So we're doing all covers again, but this time it's all instrumental covers. We're doing like the Indiana Jones theme and Knight Rider and a whole bunch of theme songs.
Do you need a French horn for the Indiana Jones thing?
It would help. It would be helpful. But yeah, we're gonna do it a kind of punk rock style.
Kevin, dust it out of the garage.
French horn.
Get your little French horn.
Put it through a wah. It'll be great.
Are you doing any Madonna instrumentals?
It's gonna be a surprise. I don't want to give it all away. You know, I want you people to get excited when they start to hear it.
Okay, I could give you some advice if you're looking.
That would be great. Yeah, that'd be
pointers.
wonderful.
True story, folks. We came into the studio earlier to find Marcus Cox listening to Ray of Light getting pumped up.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, when the beat drops and it's just like, and I feel, yeah, she's got feeling and like enthusiasm.
She may have feeling in her music, but I don't think she has much feeling left, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Handsome Be Wonderful?
Yes.
Between you, me, and the television audience?
Yes.
Would you?
For the story, and yeah, of course.
All right. Knuckles?
It's a good point for the story. Guess what I did the other day?
Yeah. And see, I love the honesty here. Oh yeah, I'd have sex with Madonna for the story. Yeah, I do it for the story.
I don't know if I'd finish, but I'd start.
I mean, you know, why not? I mean, right there, Madonna, she's like, come on over. Liars, both of you. Marcus?
I'm somewhere between yes and hell yes.
He'd be like, Madonna, he'd be like, no, I respect your music too much for this.
Turn off the music. I want to be able to last.
Look me in the eyes.
And I feel like I just got home. And he's just trying to sing her music back to her. All meaningfully. Repeating song lyrics in her eyes. Yep, that wouldn't be weird at all.
Yeah. I'm a material boy, Vinny. What can I say?
All right. We'll be back after these words from the good folks over at Hometown Brew.
Fancy newsman Marcus Cox here. This episode of the Shoot to Thrill podcast was brought to you by Hometown Brew, Rochester's fanciest liquor. Each bottle of Hometown Brew is hand-cut and distilled right here in Rochester, New York, with ingredients so fresh, most of them came from the public market. To learn more about Hometown Brew, visit their website at hometownbrewdistillery.com or pick up a bottle at one of these local retailers. Hometown Brew, taste a Rochester original. Remember, always drink responsibly and never ever drink and drive.
And that wraps up the first episode of Season 4. That was Amateur Hour, or The Cop Tastes Like Snozberries. Make sure you get the audio. You can listen to it all at once if you wanted to. If you saw the TV show and you want to know what you missed before that, go to rocpodcast.com. Download it for yourself. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Listen to us on the Stitcher Radio app. I really don't care. Just go do it. Thank you.
rocpodcasts.com.